So today I'm going to film my November favourites for you. Now this is the first favourites video that I've done, like a monthly favourites. I've only been on here 2 months and I didn't do one in October because I kind of just didn't get around to it, and then it was halfway through November. So I thought I would just do a November one for you. So I have 8. I have 8 products that I want to tell you about. I'm just going to start by one that's kind of standalone, and that is Maybelline's Colossal Volume Mascara, which you can actually win in my Christmas competition if you go and enter that. It's one of my top drugstore products that I've included as a prize in that, so go and enter that if you haven't already. Yeah, it's a really good mascara. I like it because the brush is just like huge. It's probably why it's called Colossal Volume, maybe? Or maybe it's, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, it's weird though. It kind of feels like when you first get it, like it's half empty, but it's actually not. I've only had this for like 2 weeks. No, actually 3 weeks now. And I've been using it and it's not empty. It just kind of feels quite light. Maybe it's because it's such a fat tube and it's quite light for the size. Yeah, anyway, but this is really good and I've been using that. I've been liking that a lot. The next thing is a skincare product, and it is Garnier's Skin Naturals Day Cream. I think this is the one in soft. They have the different coloured ranges, and this is the pink one anyway. They also have like the green one, which is called Fresh, which I've used before, which I also liked. But basically this is just like a day cream, and it smells really nice. It smells like roses. It's really, really cheap from Superdrug. I think it's about £4.80, but I actually got mine in a deal for like £2.80, so it's so cheap. Yeah, so that's really good. I've been using that. I get really dry skin in the winter, and that's kind of been helping out quite a lot. So yeah, I've been enjoying using that. The next thing is a lipstick combination. Now, I actually only got this lipstick the other day and I tweeted about it. But it is Saint Germain by MAC, and it is like this bright Barbie pink. I'm sure you've all seen it before. But yeah, that is the colour. It's like a bright pastel pink. So yeah, I've been really, really liking using that with MAC's Plush Glass in Plus Luxe, which I think is a limited edition. I got given this the other day. If you look in my last video, which is a haul video, I got given this, and basically this is like, it looks like fluorescent pink in the tube, but it actually turns out quite nice and sheer. Yeah, and those two mixed is what I have on my lips now. So yeah, I'm loving, loving, loving that combination. If anyone knows where I can get hold of one of these, again, because this one's nearly out, yeah, it wasn't full when I got given it, but this is like my new favourite lip gloss ever. I really, really love it. So if anyone knows, please let me know where I can get another one from. Okay, the next thing is from Gosh. Now, Gosh, I don't think is available in the US, but you can get it from Superdrug in the UK. And I've only ever tried out one thing from there before, and it was the lipsticks. And I really like them. But it was on 3 for 2 the other day, so I got this and a few other things, which are okay. But this I've really, really enjoyed using, and I thought I would just tell you guys about it. It is their face primer. Now, it's actually like a clear gel. And I don't know why I'm putting this on because you can't see it. It's just like a clear gel. When you rub it in, it feels really weird, like really greasy and actually not very nice. I've got this thing about having like oil or grease on my fingers, and I just hate it. Like, bleh. Fingers down a blackboard for a lot of people. For me, that's like oil on my hands. I can't stand it. But yeah, so initially I rubbed it on my hand. I was like, oh, but, you know, I couldn't put that on my face because it's greasy and it just would make me feel really bleh. But I left it for like 5 minutes and was just looking around the shop, and then I came back and my hand felt so soft. I thought I'd just try it out, and actually it's such a good primer. It's way better than the Laura Mercier primer that I was using before. Compared to that one, I actually notice a difference in the way my foundation works and the way my concealer works as well. So I've got kind of like a new foundation routine. I've been using that first, and then Benefit's Boing, which I used to use all the time. And then, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but when they changed their packaging, it used to be like a flip top with a mirror, like a little compact. And when they changed the packaging to this packaging, which is like a screw, they actually changed the formulation as well, and the concealer's a lot drier. So I kind of got a new one after they changed the packaging, and I was a bit like, you know, I went off it. I started using the Laura Mercier one, also MAC Studio Sculpt, and a few others. I just kind of didn't use this for a while. And when I started using this, I found that any kind of more liquid or softer concealers weren't working so well, so I used this, and it's like the perfect combination. It goes on so smoothly. So I've been putting primer on, and then the concealer, and then my foundation, whereas I used to put the concealer on top of my foundation. So what I tend to do is put the primer on, kind of dab this on quite roughly and not really blend it in that well, and then put my foundation on, and then blend everything in when I blend my foundation on, and I find that really works well, and I really like the results I get using that. Another thing that is one of my November favourites is Chanel Pro Lumiere, which I finally got a full size of. I've been using samples. I had like 4 really big samples of this, and I kind of was using them for a while and I ran out. But I really like this. Like I said, I get really dry skin in the winter, and I find this feels more moisturising on the skin than a lot of other stuff. I was using Studio Sculpt, and because that's a gel, it kind of is a bit thicker, and when you use a thinner foundation it feels a lot more moisturising on your skin. Yeah, I really like the finish this gives. It's kind of glowy. It's kind of like, I would imagine, even though they actually make this product, but I'd imagine like if you put Touche Éclat like all over your face, that kind of glowing, even though I know they make the Touche Radiance or whatever the foundation of Touche Éclat is called. It's kind of like what I would have expected that to be like. So yeah, I'm really liking this. The only thing is it's not that full coverage, but I'm finding with Boy Concealer, it's actually really high coverage, so I'm getting the perfect kind of combination of glowing, sheer coverage, and then covering up the bits that I don't want you to see, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm really liking that combination, which is good. And the last thing I have got to say is one of my monthly favourites is Bobbi Brown's Creaseless Cream. Yeah, no, that's Benefits one's called Creaseless Cream. This one is called Longwear Cream Shadow in number 4, which is Sandy Gold. In MAC, I guess, like Bare Study would be the equivalent of it. But this is kind of a bit more, you can't even see it, it's here. It kind of blends into my skin tone a bit better than Bare Study. Bare Study I find I really like it if I'm doing like a lighter look, but it has more kind of like white in it, whereas this is actually like my skin tone kind of colour with gold. So yeah, I've been really liking using that, and they're really soft as well. They're a lot softer than paint pots to put on. So yeah, I think that's about it for my November favourites. Another thing I was going to show you, and I kind of changed my mind, but I'll show you anyway, is the Superdrug face wipes. These are like fragrance-free for sensitive skin, and they come just like in a normal packet, like normal face wipes, but there's 40 in there instead of most ones have about 25. And I actually got this, like, I bought a few of them, probably a month ago. I bought my first one, and then I went back and bought a few more because I really liked them, and they were £1 each at the time, but for some reason they put them up to £2. So I went in and checked today, and they were £2, and I was kind of like, well, if you guys can't go and buy them for that cheap, then they're not really a favourite. But then I thought about it, and I was like, actually, because there's 40 wipes, they are kind of good value for money. They remove makeup really well. I don't really use them for cleansing. I just use them to get rid of my eye makeup mostly, and then just get rid of a bit of makeup on my face before I cleanse my face, instead of cleansing twice or just using these or whatever anyone else does. That's how I do it. But yeah, face wipes can be really expensive, especially if you're using the MAC ones, which is something ridiculous, like £12 a packet, if not more. I can't even remember. I haven't bought them because they're just so expensive. But yeah, so I think these are a pretty good deal, even compared to like a lot of the actual like Garnier ones and different skincare ranges. Some of them are like made for like combating spots and stuff, and they sting your eyes if you're trying to take makeup off, and I find these are just really good for makeup removal. So yeah, that is all of my November favourites. Let me know if you guys have any more requests for videos for me to do. Yeah, because I'd really like to know what you think, and subscribe if you liked it if you haven't already, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye!